And what's interesting to me is that the price of gold and the price of silver hasn't tumbled. I mean, in March of 2020, we had $12 silver. We got $24 silver today. So silver and gold are actually holding up very well. However, the sentiment for the resource stocks is the worst that I've seen in 25 years. And that means there's a lot of opportunity. And when it turns, and of course, if the bond market crashes and the stock market crashes, people are going to look for a safe haven, and that's going to be gold and silver.
Bob Moriarty, a distinguished financial author, brings a unique perspective to the world of finance. Bob states the potential for precious metals to thrive as safe haven investments when a bond or stock market crash occurs. Gold prices edged higher, helped by a slight pullback in the dollar and bond yields. U.S. gold futures settled 0.3% higher at $1,945.60 an ounce. Due to its reputation for being a safe haven asset, gold tends to perform well during a recession. For example, when the stock market collapsed in 2007, investment demand for gold spiked and continued to rise, and gold doubled in value between 2007 and 2011. Regarding manipulation, Bob emphasizes that it occurs across all financial markets, not just in gold and silver. Meanwhile, Moriarty explains that JPMorgan's manipulation centered on minor price fluctuations in gold and silver, not prolonged suppression. In September 2020, JPMorgan admitted to committing wire fraud in connection with unlawful trading in the markets for precious metals futures contracts and unlawful trading in the markets for US Treasury futures contracts and in the secondary, cash, market for US Treasury notes and bonds. JPMorgan entered into a 3-year deferred prosecution agreement through which it paid more than $920 million in a criminal monetary penalty, criminal disgorgement, and victim compensation, with parallel resolutions by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, and the Securities Exchange Commission announced on the same day. Now, we are presenting the clips of Bob Moriarty's insights from his recent interview with Liberty and Finance. Before we continue to delve into this discussion, please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon for timely updates.
Let's talk about manipulation. All financial markets are manipulated by everyone all of the time. So if somebody tells you gold and silver are manipulated, they're really lying to you, because they're not saying that everything is manipulated. They're saying gold and silver is manipulated and inferring that nothing else is manipulated. All financial markets are manipulated, and they're manipulated all of the time. So let's go back to common logic. In August of 1999, gold was $252, and it's it's 1930 today. Was gold suppressed from 1999 until today? Well, it would be impossible to make that case. You could make a case that it's been manipulated higher, but you couldn't make a case that it's been suppressed. Likewise, silver got to $4.02 an ounce in November of 2001, when I said it was at a bottom, and it's 24 now. Was silver suppressed from $4 to 24? And it would be ludicrous to say that. Now let's go back to JPMorgan. If all financial markets are manipulated, and JPMorgan got caught manipulating the price of gold and silver, that just proved my point. Yes, they get charged millions of dollars, but that was more of a face-saving move on the part of the SEC and the CFTC, because there are so many people screaming suppression and manipulation. But in fact, what people were doing is they were clipping 5 cents or 10 cents off the price of gold. They were using high-frequency trading, which happens to be totally illegal, okay? But it's 80% of the market today. So they went after JPMorgan for gold and silver. but they didn't go after JPMorgan for the high frequency trading in shares. And anybody that's bought a $10 or $15 stock and had to chase it higher knows that people are using high frequency trading and it's illegal and they get away with it. And it's really no big deal.
During the interview, Bob disagreed with the idea that the government holds absolute power, particularly in making gold and silver illegal. Founded in 2001, U.S. Money Reserve has grown into one of the world's largest private distributors of U.S. and foreign government-issued gold, silver, platinum, and palladium legal tender products, as well as precious metals IRAs. Meanwhile, Bob voiced concern over the unprecedented speed of rising interest rates, which has significantly impacted the current market. International gold prices rose on Friday despite stronger U.S. dollar and bond yields as the market weighed the major central banks' decisions to leave interest rates unchanged. Bob Moriarty is increasingly concerned about multiple potential black swan events and their potential to cause significant disruptions shortly. Let's get back to the interview.
When you start talking about the government making gold and silver illegal, and they certainly could do that, and I think they would really like to do that, you're inferring that the government has all the power. And that's absolute rubbish. The government's not the entity that's going to get us out of this problem. The government's the entity that got us into this problem. And what's going to happen is people are going to do whatever makes the most sense. Now, if you go to hyperinflation in Germany in 1922, you could take a British sovereign or a US $5 gold piece and you could buy a nice apartment. And I think you're going to see that again. But I am a firm believer in the power of the people. And as much as the government wants to control people, and we're certainly see it, they want to go to COVID 2.0. Well, everything, okay? We've had the fastest move, the fastest rise in interest rates in history. And literally in the last week or two, interest rates have spiked. And if you examine how much it costs to buy normal house now, anyone who thinks they're going to get the price they were asking a year or two is delusional. The cost of interest is now 2/3 of the total cost of a mortgage. So the Fed can talk soft landing all they want, but there's not going to be a soft landing. $100 a barrel oil is serious, and 5, 6, 7% interest rates on mortgages, which is actually very low interest rates. When I was young, the first place I ever bought, I think interest rates were 8.5% or 9%, and they went to 18%. And they could easily do that again. If anyone thinks there's going to be a soft landing, I think they're delusional. Every time I turn around, I see something else. I see another black swan, and I think the forecast is going to be good. Now, we're in the 6 to 8 week envelope right now, and I may extend it, but we're seeing some very scary things in the bond market. We're seeing scary things from the Fed. We're seeing scary things from the Russians. We're seeing scary things from Azerbaijan and Armenia, and we're seeing scary things from Ukraine. So there's a lot of black swans, and one of these days, one of them's going to take a crap.
Gold and silver have the potential to serve as safe haven investments, especially during periods of economic uncertainty and market turmoil. Gold has rallied around 15% over the past 12 months, supported by signs the U.S. rate hiking cycle was nearing an end, buying by central banks, as well as bouts of haven demand. In early May, it approached its record high of $2,075.47 an ounce, set in 2020. Furthermore, the occurrence of manipulation in diverse financial markets, while significant institutions influence the price of gold and silver, How can individuals safeguard their financial assets in the face of potential disruptions? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this video informative, don't forget to show your support towards our channel by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos covering more exciting topics. Thank you for watching.